You won't believe who this tiger calls his best friend. And this tiny monkey, he rides a pig to school. From the weirdest bonds to the most beautiful ones, these unlikely animal friendships will melt your heart. Animals aren't supposed to get along like this. Predators playing with prey, natural enemies sleeping side by side. Yet somehow, these friendships blossom in the most unexpected places. Here are 7 of the most heartwarming animal bonds caught on camera. Number 1. The tiger and the puppy. In a wildlife rescue center deep in India's forests, a tiger cub arrived without his mother. The cub was young, strong, and curious at first, running laps around his enclosure, pawing at everything in sight. But within days, his playful energy faded. He stopped eating. He curled up in one corner, his head resting on his paws. The spark in his eyes dimmed. The staff worried. They'd seen orphaned cubs struggle before, but this one seemed to be losing his will to live. He needed something: comfort, companionship, maybe even a reason to get up in the morning. And then someone on the team had an idea. A crazy one. They introduced him to an orphaned puppy. At first, everyone held their breath. A tiger cub's playful swipe could easily hurt a small dog. One wrong move and this experiment could end in disaster. But the moment the tiger walked over to the puppy, something magical happened. The cub sniffed him, tilted his head, and gently pressed his face into the puppy's fur. From that second on, they were inseparable. They played together in the grass, chased each other around trees, even curled up together at night. Mealtime became a shared activity, side by side, one bowl for each of them. Years later, the tiger is fully grown, powerful, muscular, and every bit a predator. But when his old friend trots into the enclosure, he softens instantly. They still nuzzle like they did when they were young. To them, they're not predator and prey. They're just 2 friends who grew up together. Number 2. The piggy chauffeur. In a small rural village, there's a sight that makes people stop and smile every single morning. Down the dirt road comes Lulu, a big pink pig, trotting along with confidence, and perched right on her back like royalty, a tiny monkey named Bobo. Bobo's life didn't start this happily. His mother died when he was still a baby, leaving him scared and alone. He wandered into the village small and fragile, unsure of where to go. And that's when he met Lulu. For reasons no one can explain, Lulu didn't shoo him away or ignore him. She let him climb onto her back, and from that day, the routine began. Every morning, Bobo hops on, Lulu sets off, and together they explore the village. They eat together, nap in the same spot, and take daily commutes down the road. Locals say it's like watching siblings. Lulu tolerates Bobo's antics, and Bobo trusts Lulu completely. It's an unlikely friendship built on trust, patience, and the comfort of simply having someone there. Number 3. The dog and the fawn. One warm summer afternoon, a golden retriever named Daisy wandered off into the woods behind her home. The sun filtered softly through the trees, casting golden rays on the forest floor. Her owner, curious about her sudden determination, decided to follow quietly, careful not to disturb whatever had caught the dog's attention. After a short walk, Daisy slowed her pace and stopped near a patch of tall grass. That's when her owner saw it. A tiny fawn curled up tightly, so still it almost vanished into the colors of the earth. Its breathing was shallow, its big brown eyes half closed, as if it was both resting and hiding. Daisy approached slowly, her head lowered in a gentle gesture. She gave the fawn a careful sniff, then, as if understanding the fragility of the moment, she lay down right beside it. Her warm body pressed close, offering comfort and protection. The fawn's mother was nowhere to be seen, likely out searching for food. But Daisy stayed, refusing to leave her new friend alone. Touched by this display of instinctive kindness, the owner carefully carried the fawn home for the night, setting up a safe spot in their shed. By morning, something extraordinary had happened. A quiet bond had formed. The fawn seemed stronger, its legs steadier. Once it was ready, they released it back into the forest. They thought it was goodbye. But each day after, the fawn returned, standing patiently at the yard's edge, waiting for Daisy. And together, they would walk, two unlikely friends, bound by that first summer's meeting. Number 4, cat and bird, cats and birds. Usually, that's a recipe for disaster. In most homes, the only time they get close is when the cat is plotting dinner. But in one household, the parakeet and the cat have rewritten the rule book. From the very first day, the cat didn't stalk or pounce. She simply sat still, watching as the bird hopped closer. Then, incredibly, she lay down and allowed the parakeet to climb right onto her fur. Now they're practically glued together. The bird preens the cat's whiskers, while the cat purrs softly. They nap side by side in a sunny spot, and during mealtime, the parakeet even steals crumbs right from the cat's mouth, with zero protest. It's proof that sometimes friendship is stronger than instinct. Number 5, elephant and the stray dog. At an elephant sanctuary in Thailand, one of the largest residents had a problem. She wouldn't eat, wouldn't join the others, and barely moved at all. The keepers tried everything, different foods, more playtime, but nothing worked. Then one day, a scruffy little stray dog wandered in. Nobody knew where he came from, but the moment he entered the elephant's enclosure, something changed. The elephant's eyes brightened. She reached out her trunk and touched the dog gently. From that moment, they were inseparable. The dog followed the elephant everywhere, weaving between her massive legs as if it were the safest place in the world. At night, when the elephant lay down to rest, the dog would stand guard right beside her. Whatever sadness the elephant had felt before was gone. She had a friend now, and that was all she needed. Number 6, the wolf who loves a goat. At a small zoo, staff decided to temporarily house a goat in a wolf enclosure. It was meant to be for a few hours, just until another pen was ready. Everyone was tense, expecting the worst. After all, wolves and goats aren't exactly friends in the wild. But instead of attacking, the wolf began following the goat around, protectively. He'd stand between her and anything unfamiliar, and at night, they'd curl up together. Days passed, then weeks. The wolf refused to let her out of his sight. The goat, surprisingly, became the leader, and the wolf followed her everywhere. It's the kind of friendship that doesn't make sense, except to them. Number 7, a puppy and a duckling. When a family rescued a tiny duckling, they had no idea it would change their puppy's life. At first, the puppy wanted nothing to do with it, barking, circling, unsure what to make of the little yellow fluff ball. Then one cold, rainy night, the family wrapped them both in the same towel to keep warm. By morning, they were pressed together like they'd known each other forever. Now they roam the backyard as a team, one barking, the other quacking. They even nap in the same bed. It's noisy, it's chaotic, but it's pure friendship. In a world where differences often divide us, these animals remind us that connection has no limits. Big or small, predator or prey, friendship doesn't care. It's not about species, it's not about instinct. It's about trust, loyalty, and choosing to stand by someone just because you want to. So tell me, which of these unlikely pairs touched your heart the most? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want more stories that prove love is the most powerful force in nature, like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a smile today.